Okay. All right, so today we're continuing the first chapter on basic concepts of quantitative analysis and analytical chemistry. So we know that for this class, specifically for today, what I hope to cover is a very brief introduction to quantitative analysis. And then I will give you a further review on concentrations, different concepts, and how do you calculate them, how do you convert different concentration to each other. And then we will talk about the solution preparation. I think more than half of the lab instructors reviewed on the basic lab tools. Let's see whether we will have time for it. If we don't have time for it, I will make sure to contact all the lab instructors to review on that. Okay, so first of all, what is analytical chemistry? Analytical chemistry uses instruments and methods to separate, identify, and quantify metal. So you can see here we have several important terms, right? You have to first separate, and the reason we want to separate the metal is because in most cases, the sample you're analyzing is not just containing one chemical or one analyte of interest. And with a given instrument or method, you probably have to get rid of the other compound to avoid interference. So separation is very important. And after separation, you have two activities to do. One is identify, which is basically what it is. And the other one is quantify, like how much is it and how many are there. So we can basically divide the analysis to two different categories. One is qualitative analysis, which means what is or are in the sample, and quantitative analysis, which is how much is in the sample, how much of the unknown is in, how much of the analyte is in the sample. So, and this is also the focus of this class. And if we talk about the methods, all the methods involved in the quantitative analysis process, we can divide them to two groups. The first group is white chemical methods or traditional methods, and the second one is instrumental methods or modern method, analytical methods. So for white chemical method, you probably have learn some of them, such as titrations, right? This you should have learned in Gen Chem. And for calorimetric, is by using color to tell the concentration of a compound, and gravimetric, we will talk about it in this class. So for white chemical methods, it will be covered in this course, Chem 3500. Later in this semester, we will also spend some time talking about instrumental methods such as spectrometry, chromatography. Okay? And if you want to learn more about this like instrumental techniques, you can go ahead and enroll in the advanced analytical chemistry classes later. Okay. Now, for this slide, what I'm showing here is a routine or a procedure for analyzing a sample, or we call it analytical processes. This will be important for the research project in your lab sections. We know that, I don't know whether all the lab instructors has talked about the research project. At the end of the semester, you will be expected to design a project by yourself and present it to the class. So for that research project, we will give you a research question, and you will have to develop methods to solve that question. And how do you solve that? This is this whole thing. The 7th step is what you have to consider when you're dealing with a question.